Hey there, book friends. It's me, Caitlin from Spill the Reads, and here is little Tishka. And I'm just popping in to share what I think I'm going to be reading this May. I don't usually do TBR videos because I'm a very moody reader, and I found that in the past when I've done TBR videos, I end up totally changing my mind. And then my friends are like, "Oh, how was that book?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like I totally didn't stick to my planned TBR." But the thing is, I'm actually going on a trip tomorrow and I will be leaving my laptop at home and I'm just going to be bringing my Kobo. And so I'm just going to put some books on here and try to really just choose from what I have already downloaded on here. So that's why I think I might actually kind of stick to the TBR that I set out for myself. So I'm going to run through some things that I've just checked out on Libby, and I'm very excited for one of them in particular, Sky Daddy, because I think I'm going to read it on the plane. So let me just share the screen and show you what I have on Libby. And no spoilers. Obviously, I haven't read them yet, so obviously. Guess what just became available this morning? It's Sky Daddy. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while, and so I think it's just fate that it's become available just before I'm about to take a flight. Although I am a little bit nervous because of what it's really about at its core. But I've really tried not to look at too many book reviews because I want to walk into it blind. I think it's supposed to be like literary fiction, comedy. It's definitely not supposed to be like a typical sentient romance, but basically, it's about a woman who is romantically obsessed with airplanes. So she just lives for flying, and for reasons I will soon know, she is like attracted to airplanes. And her dream is to marry an airplane, which for her means dying in a plane crash. I know it sounds completely unhinged, but I have to know. I have to just try this book out. It sounds so just crazy, and I can't really help what kind of books interest me these days. I've been picking a lot of weird things, but our character seems to think that the plane is like choosing her if she dies in a plane crash. And I think something kind of wild is going to happen in the book. She'll have to make a choice. I don't know. Again, I haven't really looked at book reviews for this. I want to go in surprise, but I am a little bit nervous and excited. Let me know if you're planning on reading it too. I think I'm going to break up with The Perfect Divorce. I'm going to divorce The Perfect Divorce because it is not perfect. I think if you're going to read this, you should really have enjoyed The Perfect Marriage. I liked that book, but even though I read it just last year, because this is the sequel, the previous book is just not fresh in my mind. I thought that I remembered what happened, and you really have to like remember all of the details. And they try to give you like a replay at the beginning of what happened, but I don't know. I just was feeling a little bit bored, and like I feel like you really should love The Perfect Marriage to want to hear more from these characters because I don't really care. I got, let's see, 39%. And then I started listening to The Guest. You guys, I am loving this book. It is so relaxing. I really recommend it as an audiobook. It's like a female grifter literary fiction story. I'm just loving it. I've been listening to it while walking Tishka in the park. It's about this girl who kind of relies on, like, what is it, sugar daddies to survive. She's like 22 and she's kind of having bad luck. Like everyone is kind of dumping her and she doesn't really have anywhere to go. She's burned like every bridge in her life and she's put all of her eggs into the same basket of this like older guy who kind of just kicked her out. Um, and she feels like she can win him back. But the party where she plans to try to win him back at, it's not for like another week. And so she's kind of homeless and trying to just like survive in this like fancy beach town, trying to like pretend like she knows like the rich people that live there. And she's getting into all these situations and she's really good at like manipulating other people into like thinking that she knows them. I've heard it compared to The White Lotus, and I just finished watching the latest season. So, yeah, it definitely gives me those vibes, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's making me laugh a lot. Just so easy to listen to. I feel like it could definitely be a 5-star read. Trisha Wants to Cuddle. Okay, I tried the audiobook, but there are too many characters for me to keep track of. So I switched to like regular ebook format. And this is supposed to be like The Bachelor meets The X-Files, but it's about a bunch of lesbians. I've heard that it's really funny. And look at this cover, it looks so fun. So I'll definitely give that a try as an ebook. Again, audiobook, too confusing. I think this one, The Novices of Lerna, I have no idea. This could be something that I like open up and DNF immediately because I haven't seen enough book reviews about it. But it's supposed to be about a professor who goes on sabbatical to this village in Switzerland. And when he gets there, he sees that everyone is a doppelganger of himself. So that was enough for me to just go and check it out immediately. Sounds kind of cool. We will see. All right, I have three more possibilities for this May. We have The Trunk, and this one sounds so cool. I really have high hopes for it. It's a Korean book about this marriage service where women are rented out as wives to like the ultra elite. And our character, she's 30 years old now, and she's already been a wife like 5 times, and she gets called back. To be the wife again of like an old client, but apparently there's like something really dark that is supposed to go on. Like her past is catching up with her, things are unraveling, and I think it's going to be a little bit dangerous. I'm not really sure. Oh, now a Netflix TV series. Okay, well, I'll definitely try to read it and then watch the show after. If it ends up being good, please let me know if you've read it because it sounds very interesting. Okay, the other two books I have. Okay, this is another one. Stop me if you've heard this one. This is comedy, like a comedic fiction about this clown. She's struggling. I know that uh, yeah, she's like a magician. No, yeah, she's a clown and she works at an aquarium or like a pet store or something like that. And she's having a hard time balancing her life and like being successful in her industry. And then she finds this woman who is a really good magician. They call her Margot the Magnificent, a much older lesbian magician who seems to have worked out the lines between art, business, and life and has a slick, successful career to prove it. So I think that they end up working together to have some kind of show together. It's supposed to be really funny, and I've already watched an interview with the author, and I just like fell in love with her. She sounds so cool. She was a librarian and single mom, and she really wanted to like start writing, and so even though she was super busy, she like made it happen. So I think that is really cool, and I'm definitely going to give this one a try. The last book that I have checked out, Taylor Adams' No Exit. I loved his book, The Last Word, and I know that this book came out before that one, but I still, for some reason, haven't gotten around to it. I know that it's kind of like a locked room thriller about this girl who is driving on a road trip and she gets stranded at this rest stop. And there's like only 4 other people there, and she notices that one of them has like a child locked up in a cage in their van, and so she has to find a way to um, help this kid escape. One of the 4 people is the kidnapper, but she doesn't know who it is. So maybe I'll get to that, maybe not, I'm not sure. Let me know if you've read it. So that's what I have planned for May. We'll see if I end up sticking to those books or just being chaotic and abandoning everything. I'm going to try really hard to try to stick with them because last month was a very chaotic reading month. I had so many books that I like tried and threw away, not like physically, they're all on Libby, so I feel more free to do that, but I definitely want to give these books like a solid effort. Let me know what you have planned to read this month. what's on your TBR, what are you most excited to read, and I will catch up with you guys next time. Bye!